as they're on vacation or whatever, bring them home safely. Lord, forgive us of our sins as we forgive those who sinned against us. We ask all these names in thy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right. This time, if there's anyone that has anything that they would like to say or comment, looks like you're all alive today. Is there anything you
No.
want to say? Okay. Well, thanks for being here. Well, anything on the agenda, you're certainly welcome to speak of it after this. Okay, so we're going to go into old business, court to discuss and consider inter-precinct project schedule and staffing. I had a call last week from John Baum he's the superintendent for Wanzek. That may not be the correct pronunciation, I don't know. But they're the ones that actually installed the turbines, mainly on Ralph Miller just last time. And he is wanting to give to the precincts the materials that they're going to recapture from what they don't need anymore. And I believe most of it is there at their where they park their vehicles and their trailers and things like that. Got 3 different types of material. I think he's got some 3-inch rock. He's got gravel, and then another material he named, it was a text dot name. I don't know what it is, but he said it was still pretty good stuff. Mm-hmm. And he says he has anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 tons. So somewhere close, if it's at the upper end, would be around 50 loads per precinct. Mm-hmm. And he said he would even load us. All we got to do is show up. And so he wants us to start tomorrow getting it. And so all that can, we'll get with him again today. He's got to get it out of there. Mm-hmm. And
he does want to start tomorrow, it says Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He wants to start tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were doing some other stuff today, yesterday and today. And so he wants to get it started tomorrow. And so we can.
Okay, is that right there at the intersection of
I believe we're
1269 and 244?
I believe it's where 612 splits off and goes into Fluvanna to the post office, and the other road that goes straight ahead.
Goes straight ahead.
On the right.
Goes on across 1269.
Yes, but before 1269.
Yeah, it's right there right on the deal.
Yes, I believe that's correct. We'll get all that information from him. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was willing to do that, or how many wanted to get that material. It's free except for diesel.
I don't expect there's anybody that's going to take it. It's just kind of short notice.
It is a short notice. And of course, this was the first chance that we had to really talk about it in court. And so I think our foremans have been visiting about it.
Yeah, I found out about it yesterday.
Yeah. So they're knowledgeable, and that is a short runway. And I told him that, I said, I don't know, that we can even start that quick. But that's what we want to talk about today is, can we start tomorrow? And I told him that we didn't work on Fridays. And he said, that's okay. We'll get it done.
We'll have to get with Jeff and see exactly where we're at. I know our equipment's ready.
Yes.
But I don't know exactly.
I understand. We're
down there today this afternoon.
We're in a 9-line bind. If we had to load it, we would be in trouble. But
yeah.
With him loading it, it would make it a lot easier for us to be able to. We'll have to let go of what we're doing.
What did you say, Jim?
We're starting the road down there today.
Oh, you're starting the road down there today.
You never pass up free material.
Yeah.
Especially when they're
That
loaded.
material will be good on that road.
or you gonna haul yours right on the street and put it on the road?
The less you handle it, the cheaper it is.
And he said he would separate the material. He'd load us one material at a time, and whichever one we wanted, and also keep up with it, so that everybody gets an even amount. So he's really offering to help us out a lot.
Well, how do we need to, because outside this courtroom, we all can talk.
Well, actually, since it's been on the agenda and we've talked about
We
it,
can.
it's open season, yeah. As long as we're not talking about other county business,
Okay.
we can,
Well, I would say since he called you, when you get the information, you relay it to the rest of
I'll
us.
do it.
And either phone call, whatever, doesn't matter. Or I'll catch you somewhere,
Yeah,
just whatever.
I'll text you or call you one.
Yeah.
And,
And, because we've all got places for material. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. That's the other problem.
understand.
Jim, he can go straight to his project with his.
Straight to my road, it's a long way.
Yeah.
East of Hermley, down there.
Yeah.
It's a long way.
Is it the road that goes across the lake? Is that it?
Well, it's the other end,
The other end of it?
washed away, all the fields washed out. And it's the other end of it, down there, it's dirt right now. That's why we can clean it.
I'd say just float it whenever you find out there,
Okay.
relay the message to the rest of us, and
Will do.
I'll get with Jeff and see where we're at.
Sounds good.
So, because between the shredders and pulling the ditches and blah, blah, blah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's
we're
part of
getting,
it.
we're beginning to get calls, and don't usually do that, but all the rain has caused a lot of problems, and deer and hogs and all the things that go with it. They're
Yeah.
really, getting to where it's getting dangerous. We made one run through, but it just rose right back up,
Mhm.
but it is slowing down.
When it rains, that happens.
Yes, that's true, but sometimes people forget it rained
Oh, well.
and wonder how it got so dumb.
But I say just get with all of us when you get the information, and
We'll let you know.
we'll, by then, maybe we'll all know where we're standing as far as getting it done.
Sounds good.
But you're pretty sure that he wants us to start tomorrow.
Yes, sir. That's what he said.
Okay.
But that may have changed, but I will let you know for sure.
Okay.
I'll call him just as soon as court is over. He wanted to know just as soon as court was over what we could do. And so
Well, I think we could get two on him anyway.
sounds good.
If there isn't nobody else, then we could get two. And then we'll be able to help somebody when it's all over.
Okay.
If needs to be.
Ted said he could work around it as well.
Yeah, well,
We
I'm
got,
pretty sure we can, but I don't know if there's something that we just flat can't drop right now. I don't know of it, but.
right.
Right. I don't know of it, but, we can all, sure, we can all help one another get it done, because I know they want it out of the way, and so I've got 3, you got 2, how many you got?
And two.
2, how many you got, Jim? 3. That's 10,
Yes.
that's 100 yards at a time roughly.
We can do it pretty quick. Okay. So that'd be about 5 trips
Mhm.
per precinct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. New business. Court to discuss and consider an interlocal contract between the Department of Information Resource Shared Technology Services Program and the county clerk's office. I guess that means you.
Yes. And according to the county clerk, it will be at no cost to the county. Any further questions can be asked when she gets back. She left me a letter here stating, I'm a little bit familiar with it, but not a whole lot.
This has to do with the GIS program, doesn't it? Where we're actually able to get on that system and find the service, their services, and Y'all use them for different things in your office?
Yeah, and it's especially for the election security. This is through HAVA funds. So it's actually a grant that's been given
For
to
information
counties,
technology.
yes.
I thought I was reading something about, not only security services, but it's also the GIS, which has to do with topographical mapping. And it may be because of the voting
Yes.
as well. I see the security services. I think this is something that we've actually done before with these guys, haven't we? Something similar. Do you remember?
I do not, I don't.
Okay,
Melodies
no,
that
that's-
handles all that.
That is fine. That's not a problem. It's a free service. It does good for the voting, I know. And I think it's something that, especially for security of that. And so I think it is something good to do. So if someone lets you have more questions or you want to look deeper into it, if you would want to make a motion.
I don't figure it would be presented if it was not something that was needed, so I'll make a motion that we enter a contract, enter a local contract with the Department of Information Resources Shared Technology Services Program and the county clerk's office.
Well, I second it.
Okay?
Okay, so we've got a motion and a second. All in favor? All right, that passes unanimously. So let's go to our next one. Court to consider certification of additional revenues in the form of a grant from the Department of State Health Services. And this is gonna be for ambulance repair.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's from the Department of State Health Services, in the amount of $26,027.45, to go into EMS grant revenue line. A budget amendment will follow.
Great. And so, Jason again has went out and found the money to do what we needed to do. And so we appreciate that.
That's to fix that ambulance.
Yes, sir. The one that was wrecked. Yes, sir.
Yes. Well, I'll make a motion, we approve the additional revenues from the Department of State Health Services.
Okay. So we got a motion and a second. All in favor? Unanimous? Okay. Court to consider approval of line item transfer.
That is me again. This was the original for y'all. The first one's from the treasurer's office, from office supplies to bonds and notary for $121, short of money in bonds and notaries is the reason. Second is, for the jail, from doctor medical fees to equipment, under 5,000 but over 1,000 in the amount of $3,000. Reason HVAC replacement cost. Next is the library, from new books to book leases, in the amount of $565. The book lease is more than the amount that was budgeted for the account, is the reason. Next is precinct 2, from road material and construction to part-time in the amount of $15,000. Reason is he won't work without pay. The next is precinct 3, road and bridge, from road material and constructions to tires and tubes in the amount of $11,500. Reason is large amount of tire repair and replacement.
We done what we're all in this year.
Yes.
So those are the line item transfers for your approval.
Budget.
Yes, sir. The first budget amendment is for the county judge, to increase office supplies in the amount of $500, education and training, $2,300, bonds and notary, $200 for a total budget amendment of $3,000. Lack of funding from 2019 budget is the reason. The next one is EMS, to increase his vehicle expense line in the amount of $26,027.45. This is the budget amendment for the grant that we just approved from the Department of State Health Services.
Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the final transfers in the budget amendment?
Make a motion to accept the line item transfers and budget amendments as presented.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay. Court to consider approval of accounts payable.
Our accounts payable this period is $378,992.06. Credit card needs to also be included, of $21,542.28. We're still needing some logs from some officials, so that's why it's not included in that big total.
You're looking at me, am I not turning mine in?
No, sir. I'm looking at just across the room.
Okay,
No, sir. We have yours,
okay, thank you,
but thank you for double checking.
thank you.
This also does not include biweekly and semi-monthly payroll, due to the new approval. Y'all get that list, when we pay that, so, because it doesn't have to come to commissioners.
Okay. We need a motion to approve accounts payable.
Make a motion, we approve the accounts payable.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve accounts payable. All in favor? Unanimous.
Make the motion we adjourn.
We have a motion. Second. We're adjourned. Oh yeah, raise your hand if you're wanting to. You approve it. Okay, but you better do some signing before you leave.
Terry, can you, when he lists out that material, can you give us that information so we can complete a donation form?
Absolutely.
So, excellent. Because the court will need to formally accept that.
Yes. And so we
You go get it.
have no idea at this time
Yeah.
the amounts. He's saying up to 5,000 tons. That's a lot of difference.
That's a lot of material.
So once we get it, then we'll have the exact amounts that we got of each, and we'll get you that information.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, no problem.
That way also we can give him donation and he can write it off on his
Yes.
taxes, which, and I'm not pretty sure he'll want.
Yes,
Well, that's all- that's all
definitely.
place
Thank
you
you.
got.
Thank you.
If you shake the right way, that's going up.
I know it, but I can't shake the right way.
Get Jim to show you.
Yeah.
Here, Terry.
I already signed it once.
Yeah, but you got that again.
Oh, no.
The first one's one that throws you under the bus. The
Yeah.
second one is just,
Okay. I'll do it.
do not ever tell me you want a short, sweet meeting, or I will see to it. that you get one.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I got the Lord.
Challenges
No,
this
yes,
week. The only item on their special agenda tomorrow is, or Thursday, whatever it is stuff, the teachers, new salary things that they
Yeah.
discussed. in the-
Excuse me, I'm just gonna grab this one tab.
Of course.
I'll be willing to bet.
I need to borrow you for a minute.
Oh, goodness. What are you gonna call me out now?
People love me.
Yes, sir.